evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. I do not know where you are, but I hope you're having an amazing time, a beautiful moment. So today, again, we are back with another different episode about mental health, resilience, creativity. And I am so excited. I'm Cop Singer Jacqueline, and this is Harmony of Mind podcast, where we talk about mental health challenges, resilience stories in the creative sector. Now, let me tell you something that is very interesting. When we talk about harmony of minds, we're talking about you as an artist, we're talking about you as an individual, you as a creative, you as an innovator, you as a businessman, because mental health does not segregate. And I call upon you to listen to this segment because I am very excited as well. But today in studio, let's pass, I don't know, is there a Kalulu? Today we're having an amazing guest. An amazing guest in studio. His name, no, I'm not going to say that name. He's going to introduce himself. Yes, please. Can you please introduce yourself?
Well, thank you very much. Hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Cute Kaye, and I'm very honored to be here at Harmony of Minds because, like I was telling you a few minutes ago, I believe and I know that the other body parts were created for one purpose.
Yes.
That is to carry my head. So in other words, it's that important to mind your head. It's that important to mind your head. But I had to first go through the streets, to the ghettos, mpaka kukatala, in order to learn that this head is important. It's the most important,
Yes.
And honestly, that's where it begins. Les Brown says that if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm.
No harm.
And the within,
it's you, literally.
Yes, actually in my book, there is a chapter which says that when the inside man heals, and now the other things heal as well. And that's when I talk about my healing, how the inside of me had to first heal and then to begin that process.
To heal outside.
Yes.
Wow. So tell us, so people know you obviously as an artist and as a mental health advocate, addiction advocate, but who are you when all of this is away? Who are you? Who's Cute Kaye?
That's a tough question because you first defined everything I am, and then you told me who are you besides who you are.
Yes.
Well, I am married.
Oh.
Was that the question?
No,
is that
that one
more?
too. That one too, and then more.
Okay.
And then more growing up and mother and...
I come from Lugazi.
Okay.
My mother and father, we were born in Lugazi in a very small town called Nakazade.
Yes.
Nakazade, that's where we were born. I'm a third of 5 children.
Okay.
My father and father, I went to primary in Lugazi Community Primary School. That was a very beautiful school. That's where I did my primary. And later we moved to Mukono. I went to St. John's Senior Secondary from my S1, I remember. And that's where I started to have the passion, like the deeper passion for music. I remember the first time. I remember in school at St. John's.
Yes.
One time, at St. Chizito. One time our music teacher, he noticed I had a passion for singing. I would come singing all the time because I loved singing very, very much. So I would learn any song that would be playing.
Yes,
and now to some extent, I would just keep move singing. I remember one time, before I tell you the story of Uncle Jimmy, my mother, we used to have a shop down at the tax park. So you would have to walk behind Kolinote. That's where we used to live. You'd have to walk from there to the shop every day.
In Mukono?
Yes, in Mukono. Now we've moved from Lugazi.
All right.
So we'd have to walk from home to the shop.
Yes.
So every morning, most mornings, I would walk with my mother, carry her a flask of tea and things, and we walk there. There used to be no borders then.
Yes.
We would just
so
walk.
It was safe.
Yes, shorter distances you would walk. I think nobody would walk that distance now. They would just take a board. 500.
Yeah.
That's why people are getting big.
Yeah.
Shouldn't talk about that. So my mother, every time I would be walking with her to the shop, I would be singing. I forget and I sing, like you would hum. So because I love it, so I walk singing. And every time she would tell me, when people see you singing, you look like a mad person. You're walking, singing in the road.
The irony.
Please, can
Put
you
yourself
stop?
together, yes.
So, of course, immediately I would stop and we walk. But of course, I forget and start singing again. And she'll just give me that look, eh? Can you shut it? And then I remember, I keep quiet. And again, I remember and sing again. So like,
wow.
And then one day, that was the last time, by the way, she told me before we left home, I'm tired of walking with a mad person. If you cannot keep quiet and not sing, you wait for me, I walk, I go, you will come later with everything. Or you go, I will find you. One of the two, choose.
Wow.
I said, I'm okay, I will not sing. Let's go.
Yes.
We start walking. Of course, I forget and start singing. She just stopped and told me, kale mulalu wange bagamba bw'ozaala ekibi okiwongera yimirira awo. Nenyimirira. Bw'olaba ntuuse eri. Nawe ng'osimbula. That is how passionate I was about music. And one time at school, Uncle Jimmy, he gave me a tape of Lucky Dube. He says, why don't you choose a song from this album? I think you would do it well. The way you're always singing, this guy is very good. Choose a song. Yes. So I listened to the tape and it was very good, of course. There was Together as well. You know Lucky Dube?
Yes.
Hey, you Rastaman, hey, Arabian, Indiana man, they got to come together as one.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, for us to remember that.
Yes, so I chose Remember Me.
Yes, yes.
You left for the city many years ago. Promise to come back and take care of us. Daddy, wherever you are, remember me. In whatever you do, I love you. Such beautiful music, right?
I know. Oh, wow.
So I chose that song and he told me, learn the song and then you're going to perform it on our speech day. We had a speech day, they would organize them at Colin Hotel. So all the parents would come and we're going to the auditorium. Yes. Oh my God. And I sang that song. You do not know. People were ecstatic. They loved it so much. Abazadde banfuwa sente. You know, money. Ne banfuwa sente nyingi nnyo nga sinawe nziteeka. Mami wange n'aleeta ekisero. Aka basket, so ekisero ekinene kabbono obusero oba yakajjawo, I don't know. N'aleeta aka basket n'akateekawo. N'abateekamu ne bateekamu nga nyimba nkatunula kakasero ne kajjula sente. I'm telling you.
Ng'oyimba nga wakatululira.
Akasero ka sente. Akasero kajjula sente. So that was the first time my experience singing and then the glamour and all that comes with it. And I was like, what? I want to do this. I will do this at some point. It was
the very first time that you were like, this is my
live
day.
For the people. I love to sing, but that was always just for me in the bathroom on the road as a mad person. But that time, never nfuwa center. Do you know something funny? Akasera ako simanji kalaga up to today. Naloba muko katono nga tekaliyo.
No sente.
Akatwala omuntu yakajja oba yakaleta yakatwala nansirikirira naga tunazigulamu emmere or something, I don't know, but
tumanyi nga oli mwana mutoto sola bimanyi
alabika yagamba gwamanyi
oyimbi okoze eza lunaku
webale nnyo webalire ddala. So yes, and then joining a City and Guilds of London nenkola electrical engineering. Then nkola karaoke, Sabrina's, Garden City, Alligators, The Deep, Ntinda, Sax Hotel, Sax Pub, wetwasulanga ekiro. Nenga bwensoma. My mother told me, she gave me an ultimatum nti, okay, nzikiriza oyagala okuyimba, so you can sing, go sing. But you must go to school. I was a very bright child in class. Nali mugezi nnyo. I was one of the I was one of the bright ones. So, nangamba, kasita osigala ng'osoma ate ng'okola bulungi, sikukkiriza kusukka number 3 kuba edda munnaye baatuteekangako enamba mu class. Asoose, owookubiri, owookusatu, owookuna, owookutaano, you know.
Ndowandika kati oba?
Are you sure? I don't know.
I think maybe the traditional schools, the Ugandan
maybe the traditional schools. In England, tebalina muntu gwe balaga nti bw'okoze bubi muntu gwe olifeerya. N'akoze obubi ennyo bamugamba that was so good, bamuwana ekirabo ne bamutikkira.
Maama ono bakuwa kibooko. I don't know if they still do it.
I don't know.
Tetwalinga ba kibooko.
Nze bangamba sisuka wa kusatu kudda mabega. So you better always be the first, the second, or the third. That's the least I will accept. So you can sing. If you don't do that, no singing.
Oh, that was
so you
some
can imagine.
motivation.
I know, right? Ng'olumu abiseera ebisinga I was with Didi yesterday n'anyumyako ka story kwekaliako ku internet kyokka bannange ng'olumu ebiseera ebisinga tugenda okuyimba nga ntambula nenva emukono nenzija okuyimba ne tugenda Sekutha Deep Entinda bwe tumala okuyimba ku Garden City ne tuyimba ku Sabrina's ne tutambula ne tugenda ku the Deep Entinda karaoke yaggwa ssaawa nga 7:30 latest kati ne 7:30 wabeera tekyaliyo mmotoka zitambula edda abantu beebakanga nga bwe buziba abantu balekeraawo ng'obulamu busitopinga abantu ne beebaka. Can you believe edda there is some time twabeeranga tulaba UTV nga UTV eggalawo
nga kuddako
ebintu ebya yero ne green akantu ne katandika okuva TV eggaddewo mugende mwebake. Can you believe that?
Those times.
Yes, that's
a radio because radio sinjukira mu
radio yabeerangako emizannyo bajja akadiidi bakayanda radio Uganda. Some guys still acted, they used to keep talking.
Wow.
Yes, so nga olwo baggaddewo buli wamu taxi ziggaddewo tezikyatambula era nga tujja Sax Pub yali awo Nakasero nga yeekola Transnight kubanga wabeerangawo basista baffe bakola emirimu egiri Transnight.
Abo bwe batyo mbategedde.
Kati nga tutuulaawo nabo ne tusula nga tunyumya nabo abatalina mirimu tutuulaawo ne tunyumya zitandika 12 11 nga zitandika olwo ng'opapa ng'olinnya taxi kati taxi ekutwalawa mukono bano abasigadde beesimye baddidi baani be twabanga nabo nga bo bagenda nga beebaka kati nze nga nina kukyusa ngo egenda ku ssomero anti bampa ultimatum nga bwengeza ne sigenda ku ssomero ng'ate kujjukira abaakuwulira nti okomyewo ku makya kati geza weebake ntogenda ku ssomero nga manyine gye wabadde ova nga togenda kuddamu kuginnyayo kati nga kuyingirawo kwekaza amanyi n'okweyita akulaba ogezeyo ba ng'asumagira akubuli ntokyazeemu kuyimba kati ngero ogenda oli mulamu okole ensobi akunyaka nzija ndi mulamu nnyo wangi ngenda ku ssomero katikati nga naabanga ngenda ku ssomero nga nsumagirira eyo
naye wakwasaganya ng'otya.
That's the trick about God. I think actually that's the other thing that I realized in my life. I think I wrote about that in the book.
Yes.
One of the most important things in life is emulation. If you can be able to emulate, I think nowadays abaana balina wrong role models. Role models nebegomba role model nga kuba nti atambula anywa enjaga simanyi alya nnyama irungi kati nga mwana ate gwe yeegomba kale n'abanga ebiddako future efudde. Otherwise then because I loved singing very much, I used to watch Luther Vandross, R. Kelly,
really
of
good
course
artists.
Brian McKnight, Boys to Men, Jagged Edge, music.
Wow.
Kakati nga mbeera mbalaba Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Dennis
West
Rodman,
Nile.
Westlife, Backstreet Boys, Blackstreet Boys.
Yes, Backstreet, yeah. Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet, Blackstreet, NSYNC.
Oh, you're taking me back.
I know, right?
You're taking me back. Those were the times.
Yes, Westlife, music kakati nga those things dominate my mind nga mbegomba nga mbiyiga to the point nga mbagoberera my bedroom yali yajjula yonna ng'ebisenge tebirabika. You know, nanyumizanga gwe.
You deep into the music.
Kakati nga mwagala nnyo kyankakatangako okukakasa nti it's all happening. Kati because I was lucky mami wange nandaga nti kino nze kyekikulu gye ndi gwe byoliko ebyekyayi gwamanyi sijja kugaana kale kuba ndaba byagala naye you better be able to marry. Now I had to find common ground which somehow I did.
You just worked out in one mysterious way.
Somehow, and that's the mystery about life. Once you want something hard enough, if you want it hard enough, you will get it. Napoleon Hill wrote in his book Think and Grow Rich. Oh my God, that's a very beautiful book. He said that if you want a thing bad enough, to go out and fight for it, to lose all your terror and opposition for it.
Wow.
If the thing that you want, you go for it with all your sagacity. I mean, if you go for it wholeheartedly,
you fight
by God, you will get it. Because that power God gave us. That's the only power that God gave us. Because in the beginning, he says in Genesis, in the beginning, he said, let us create man in our own image and let him have dominion over
everything
else. because in our own image.
In our likeness.
Yes.
Wow.
So if he creates, he created us to create. Actually, there is that conversation I had.
By the way, you're talking about something so deep. The thinking of like, because God is a creator,
That's what
and
we
we are his image, meaning we are co-creators with God. Like being will be sinking with all these other scriptures that you keep on listening.
And
Wow.
that's the whole point, that if you can start grasping that, if we can grasp this earlier in life, because I believe if I knew what I know, because I was intelligent, I was not stupid before, but if I knew what I know,
Now.
but from my addiction, unfortunately,
Yes.
my
But
life
you
would
know,
have
the
been
beauty
different.
of God is that is what he had to take you through to actually fulfill your purpose.
That is how he teaches God.
That's how he teaches.
There's no other way. He cannot stand in heaven and say,
Uh-huh.
Jockey, there.
Do this and this. Because it's even bringing me to the story of Abraham. Because he was going to lead the children out of Israel, but because he grew up in a palace, that first
Moses,
take him to
yes.
Moses.
Yes.
That first take him to the desert.
And to first beat. Actually, you know, you talk about that.
Yes.
I don't know. I hope the people don't mind. We shall talk about the Bible.
we
You see,
shall.
God, he
They
does
won't mind.
prepare you that in a way, the children of Israel, he let them all die in the desert. The whole generation, almost, of the people who came from captivity.
Yes.
Because they stayed with the mentality of captivity,
Oh, so powerful.
he left them to die there. And guess what? The generation that was born in the desert, that didn't know about slavery,
Yes.
those are the ones that
That
reached.
enjoyed it.
Those are the ones that reached. Because now
That's true.
weeds will grow. So me and you, we have a responsibility to feed
care of our
the mind.
Actually, before even the podcast we began rolling, you had talked about something that the mind is literally a signal to all these other body parts.
It is.
But why is it that we do not put
It's
the
the
mind,
least-
the least taken care of?
Actually, I think that's the thing. Somebody said, I don't remember who, that the best trick that the devil ever played on us, the people,
Yes.
was to convince us that he doesn't exist.
Mm.
Because once you don't believe something exists,
yes,
then
then
you
you
have no
don't care.
power over it. It will do whatever it wants, whenever, wherever.
Wow, it's like having a thief in your house and you do not know the thief is there,
Is
but they're
there.
taking.
And they will take everything.
They're
By the time you
destroying.
realize, there is nothing in the
There's
house.
nothing in the
Yet,
house.
at least if you know
knew,
early, they could take a little bit,
yes.
because you will protect. Now, the mind being the master, because once somebody, Bob Marley sang, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. The point is, nobody, actually, Martin Luther King, he said, no man can ride your back unless you bend it.
Wow.
All these things, the
Meaning you
point
give
is
yourself-
what? You,
You give access.
until
to your
you
mind.
do that. And there is one story they told me that was so funny, that there is a guy, they used to bully him in school.
Yes.
He was a small guy.
Yes.
So they would bully him all the time. So, but every time they would bully him, he would get up again, like they would push him and he falls down, he gets up again. And he starts to walk and then they push him again. Many times they would stop because they are trying and he's not giving up, so
Yes,
they give
yes.
up. And then one time that somebody asked him, but how come they're always bullying you? You don't fight back, but you're always getting up. No. They pushed him and he got up, but this time they said, okay, you think you're so good? He said, yes, you can't have power over me. They held him down.
Again.
And he told them, you're holding me down, but in
you
my
know-
mind, I'm standing up.
That is so powerful.
I know, right?
You're holding me down.
In
but
my mind, I'm
standing up.
standing.
Wow. Wow. Well, if that bully is like had insecurities, he would be crying.
He would be crushed.
He would be
Yes,
crushed.
yes, he was crushed.
Wow, that
yes.
is so powerful.
You're holding me now down. The only
In
reason
my
why I'm
mind,
still
I'm
down is because
standing.
you're holding me there. Otherwise, I'm standing
I'm
up. You're wasting your time, you know.
Wow.
So the battle is in the mind. The battle is in the mind. And now this is what makes addiction a very dangerous disease, because it attacks your communication, your center, the center. Because you see, like I said, I'll say it again, the mind, the head, the reason why your toe,
Yes.
your feet,
Yeah.
your leg, your thigh, your bam, your
Yes.
tummy, everything else was
It's
created
the way it is.
to hold the mind. bisobole okuwanirira omutwe so that the head can be above.
Yeah.
Because that's where you see the eyes will see and then send a signal through neurons to the brain that waliwo ejjinja tubuuke ekyo ekinya tukibuuke tosala tunula right and left bakugamba the mind is working 24/7 even at night.
Actually,
the mind is working.
I saw that a post that someone said that that the brain works from the time that you're conceived.
Yes.
It's the first that grows.
It begins,
because
yes.
Because it's the first that grows, meaning it starts to work with immediate effect.
Because it's the one that makes sure that the others grow and everything happens. It sends the right nutrients to the right place, removes some toxins, puts this. It does all that work. That's why if someone hits you on the head, you just pass out. Or your spinal cord, you just pass out because the center is dead.
It's gone.
Yes, immediately.
Wow.
So that's why the head is there.
Wow.
That's what tells you. Diet. Now don't eat a lot of junk food. Now today I will eat this. Yesterday I had that. Let me change to this. Now I need chlorophyll. Now I shouldn't take chlorophyll. It itches me. Now this. Now I'm allergic to this. It's the brain. It tells you now save some money. Now you can use all your money. Now invest it there. The brain. That's your life. That's where you begin. That's the command center. That's where activity is.
Yes.
And yet,
therefore, need to nurture it.
it's the least minded. Even in the government, its budget is the lowest.
The least.
Imagine something as important
sad.
as that. Sadly.
It's so sad.
Yes.
Talking about it right now, it's actually so sad.
It's very, very
apart from
unfortunate.
even me as myself before, like it's something you don't care about your sleep. You're taking maybe rock boom, like you want to be awake. I have to do this and this and wow. And it's so amazing at how least we care about the mind.
And the mind, that's where life is. That's where your life is, because that's the only thing you have power over. That's the only thing that you have power over, and that's the only thing that shapes your life. That's where your life happens. Because you see, I know for a fact, because right now what we are doing, or what we are talking about, for me as an individual, all these things first happened in my mind. They did. I had to sit down and start planning a life. A life. When I was in rehab, I read a book by Napoleon Hill. It's called Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. And this guy said somewhere in that book, he said that a setback is a setup for a comeback. At that time,
hallelujah.
At that time, I was in limbo. I of course now I was trying to get motivated to get out, because I was trying to fight to get better, because I'd taken myself to rehab, but of course I'd not figured it out, and nobody knew what to tell me either.
Yes.
You see, many times they say if you do not know what you want, it gets hard for other people to help you either.
True.
Because how can you help somebody who doesn't know what they want?
Yes.
So now, remember, I've been addicted for years. Now I've had a break, but I have to figure out what's next, because I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a big man, and besides a big man, a celebrity too.
You're responsible
I know, right?
for your actions.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So I had to figure out. So when I read this, he says the setback is a setback, and it hit me so hard. I said, oh, and that. I said, okay.
Setback is a
setup for a comeback.
For a comeback. Wow.
So I appreciated it. I said, well, I've seen the setback, that's for sure. It's the biggest in history.
Yeah.
Now, what's the comeback? What do I do about the comeback? Actually, that was the birth of Another Chance Foundation.
Wow.
I realized, God gave me another chance. So maybe he's giving me purpose that other people should get another chance.
Yes.
I should
Just
extend
like
another
you got
chance.
Your chance.
I got my chance, so I spread it. Because mine was so bad, I should have died. But I got out of rehab and I had no liver damage, no tissue damage, nothing.
Wow, that was
and yet
God.
other people.
You've had the hand of God.
I know, right?
That is true and tested.
Totally, believe me.
Wow.
So I said, God has given me another chance. This guy has let me live so that I can do something. He wants me to do something. And if I don't do it, he has pushed me to the wall. I have nothing much more to do. You remember Jonah?
Yeah, when he was swallowed.
Yes.
They
told him to go. He refused. He went the opposite direction. And then God sent the fish and it spat him at the shore. Yes. I told you to go here. Now that's God asserting dominance, telling you, hey, just because I'm asking you doesn't mean I'm stupid or you're strong or anything. No. This is all mine. I could even use someone, but
instruction.
Mind you will do what I want. So this part, I can imagine on Jonah's face after 3 days, and he was spat. And he was
the same place.
Getting out of the fish, he's like at the shore in Nineveh. What do you think? I think he would just fall down and cry. God, I'm sorry, please forgive me.
There's nothing more to do. I can as well do it now.
You know? So I feel and I believe mine was something like that. Now, I had two options.
Yes.
In that book, they said, life is not about what happens to a man. Life's definition is what you do with what has happened to you.
Wow.
Now, that's the definition of life.
You're spitting fire. You're spitting fire right now.
That's the truth.
Wow.
Life's definition is the activity you do with what has happened to you, because things happen so that you can do something with them.
Yes.
They don't happen to do something to you. No, they don't. They happen to make a better world.
Wow.
There is a gentleman, I love him so much, Dr. Miles Monroe, the late, may he so rest in peace. He says, he says a crisis is it's the most beautiful thing, because the crisis will push you to start looking for new solutions to an old problem.
Actually, just to add on that, I remember some months ago, I was just thinking about how my life was happening and the mental health struggles that I was having. Because for me, I dealt with domestic violence and it messed up with my mental health, with my self-esteem and so many things. And at first I was like, oh God, I'm so thankful for that experience, because where would I have gotten that drive now to even push for something that is bigger than me? Because sometimes when you think about, even when I talk about with my brand strategies, say me do this, I'm like, this is too big. God, am I ready? But if I hadn't gone through that experience, where would I get the drive? I would have not gotten it.
You would be comfortable doing what you're doing. Living your life. So ultimately, life happens so that you can be able to stretch, to push some more, to realize. Actually, other times I believe God pushes us so that we can realize how strong we are.
Yes.
How strong we are. True. In Matthew, he says, to men, that seems impossible, but to God, everything is possible.
Yes.
So behind us as Christians in the first place, as human beings, because you see, even if you're not a Christian, you're a child of God. You like it or not, that's up to you. You are a child of
Whether
God.
Whether you believe it or not.
It's your problem. You are a child of God. So we have a backup.
Yes.
We have a backup. I read in Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you. Actually, I wrote a song out of that. On my new album, there is a song about that.
Yes.
So he says, he knows plans for you. And you see, I used to ask myself that question too, that if God loves us very much, why does he let bad things happen?
It's an interesting question.
People have that question.
True.
And until you answer that question to yourself, probably life can challenge you a little bit more. Because, but this is how we become. This is how we learn.
Yeah.
It's the only proven way. It's the only proven way. Failure is the only proven method of success. Failure. It's the only one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, without that, then there is nothing actually.
Where will you learn from? Where will you get your grounding?
And the only reason why God created us, I think, is so that we give purpose. We live our purpose by doing something. That's why he says he will bless the works of your hands. So hands better get busy.
Yes.
In Proverbs, he says a man with a plow or a hoe looking back is not worth the kingdom of God.
Wow.
In other words, regret, standing there complaining, it's a sin against God. It pisses him off. Because a hoe is the life. He's still giving you life. You have two hands, you have the legs. What's your problem?
Back.
Move forward. Somehow move forward. Now, the trick is, he actually adds to that. Na kuongera, na kuwa, I call it ammunition. Because challenges. Now he's arming you.
Hey, he's equipping you.
He's arming you, yes. Akuwa AK-47. Bwalaba tichina soboka. Naleta yekirala ekinene abala ne baloza nakuba kwadde omuzinga. Bwalaba nga julaga wanene nakwongera tanka nagamba kati bayiseemu. Naye nga point, he's arming you because that's how he arms you. He has no other way to arm you.
I understand the point of ola oyogenze no elevating emizinga ejo. The more the bigger the more that tricks, you have to learn more how to deal with this instrument. So how are you going to learn? Wow.
You keep thinking, you stay awake, trying to figure out a solution. And when you do, there is another one because they don't stop. Somebody says God is not a way around the struggle. He's a resource in it.
Yes,
Katonda
in the
tagenda
struggle.
kujjawo bizibu nedda
naye agenda kubanga ye
kukusobozesa
mu
akusobozesa.
But just not right now. I'm having a therapy session. It has been a while since I had something that has empowered me. I'm feeling so empowered. But let's go on. Let's go
please.
on.
So
Wow.
yes, so to be honest, I don't know if you can tell, I am so passionate about mental health. I am, because of what happened to me. When I think about it, I realize I have work to do.
Yes.
I have work to do. And you see, this is what they call.
Thank you for being here today. Thank you for
You're
being
welcome.
here today.
Thank you for having me.
Because I know why God had to make it happen. You could have maybe come next year, but it had to be this time. Wow.
Yeah. Well, so I think it's purpose, because for me, he gave me a purpose,
Yes.
a better purpose. Because before, of course, I would sing songs and do things and do this, do that, have fun, go there, make money, of course. But you see, if you look at it, to be honest, I think it's quite fleeting. Because I was doing these things for myself. And even for the people I was doing them for, nabo era it was fleeting. Nabo ngera chiyitirawo, ne bachamukachamukamu ne chiyitirawo. Yes. But now,
it's deeper than that.
it's life itself. Actually, I can have a dent in life, in eternity, because that's the only chance we have. By the way, if you do not find your purpose and start to chase living for it,
tell someone. If you don't, people need to know.
Oh God! If you do not find a purpose, your purpose, and start chasing after it immediately, then you actually are not living. That's what they call being dead alive. Noberanga, woli bubezi. That's why you find somebody who will not be happy. You know, there are people who have a lot of money. Well, at some time I used to have a lot of money, but I was not happy.
Wow.
I was not. Not that I was depressed because I had the money. That's a lie. I want money.
Yes.
I need money.
But now it makes more sense having it.
Because when I have it, I have things to do it with, things that matter, things that I will do and my heart will be filled.
Yes.
You know, being filled, where you do something and you feel so filled, you do not know how to contain it, because you have played your part.
Yes.
You have impacted.
Yes.
And that was God's intention in the very beginning.
Yes.
So until you find that, then actually life, that's why it gets complicated and hard. Because a life without purpose has no direction.
Yes, that's true.
You're just around.
That's true.
You're just around there.
Wow.
And anybody who is around there is like the Range Rover we talked about, that they gave you without teaching you how to ride it. Because that's a very strong car. 1,000 horsepower. What do you think is going to happen with that thing on the road? Yes.
You're going to, I don't know even now.
No manya wolinnyo omuliro n'olyoka olinnyako ne steering. Now what? If you don't die, you will kill and disable a lot of people. So life without purpose, it's almost the same thing.
Yes.
Chimala chitunula bwe chityo. So if people can do that, and now I believe, besides fabakola emputu Katonda purpose naji babukubirya mpaka, bw'owuliriza, God is always speaking to us.
That's true.
To us. People call it a small voice, but God is always speaking to us. Tulina option ekola byatugambye nga tannaba kutukuba naye bwe tutabikola ajja kutukuba. Ngera omuzadde naye bw'ogamba omwana we.
A good father chastens akubola oluga something a child.
Yagamba gwe suula omuggo oyonoona omwana. Kati olaba agamba gwe yagamba nti gwe oli mutonzi wano ku nsi. Kati ye ate omutonzi. Kati tegeeza ye alina olugga luli supa.
Olwe lukangwe.
Ayinza okuyisaamu olugga. Yampisaamu olugga bansanga n'akataala.
I saw it on your profile. I was like, wow, this is
olwo kati lugga supa.
Wow.
Okitegeera?
Wow.
So nalina okwesootinga. Ate nkusiba singa era seesootinga yali akyannyongera.
Paka.
Sikiwanga Katonda yali na plan enzita then.
Yeah.
Yali agamba gwe nakuteekamu ebintu byange togenda kummalira budde. You better weetereze, let's get busy.
Wow.
And here we are. So if you do not find the purpose, life gets more and more complicated all the time. You find that you'll be complaining about everything almost. Atenze chiri, because olaba era omuntu atena purpose obeera oli ku atenze. Because you see, the trick about life, this is the beauty, that life is not about you.
Yeah.
No, it's not. The Bible says in Matthew, he says, they asked him that, teacher, what's the most important commandment of all the 10? What's the most important? And he told them, love the Lord your God with all your heart and your everything. And the second one is similarly as important. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And you see, I believe about that scripture, what Jesus meant when he told them, because he said, once you follow, imagine the second one, he said, once you follow this one, all of the other ones are facilitated.
Yes.
Once
They're
you follow
in the package.
Because once you love your neighbor the way you love yourself, you will want for them what you want for yourself. And you see, the trick is, you cannot give what you don't have. So the moment you intend to give your neighbor love, then you have so much love for yourself.
Yes.
For yourself. You get the point? You have so much. So the only way you can love yourself is by loving
someone else.
Yes, by loving somebody else. And you see, the neighbor, your neighbor, is not a blood relative. No.
Yes.
He would have said love your relatives. He said love your neighbor. A neighbor is the closest person to you. So God knew. He says, just imagine you have a neighbor who you hate very much because she did something to you or he did something to you.
Yes.
So that means every time you come back home, you have to harbor hate. Kwanga, to hate somebody, you have to hold it. No, you have to hold hatred because it doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's supposed to be held by somebody. And it can't be held by the person you're hating. They are busy.
By the hater.
You're supposed to keep it. After you were hurt, now you have to keep being hurt, holding on to the hurt against a person who actually is moving on, doesn't care.
Yes.
You get it? So if God said love yourself so much, it would be actually not good for you. But he says love your neighbor. So since if you can love the person who's near you, you will be forgiving them time and time again in order for you to have peace. You will be wishing them the best of everything in order for you to have it. So you come back home and you can rest in your home because you don't mind your neighbor. You love this guy and this guy. No matter what they did, it's okay. I forgive you so I can chill.
Relax.
You get the point? So God was saying love your neighbor for you, not for your neighbor.
Because he wanted you to relax and
to chill. That's why he created you, to have dominion over everything, to be happy,
so
to be free.
Hold something valuable instead of hate.
Live.
Wow.
Live. Go and be alive.
Wow.
So love your neighbor. I wrote a song.
Oh, the guitar.
I know, right? It's okay.
Like right now, would have been having a cappella with a new song.
No, I can try. I can try a little bit. It says, He said, love your neighbor is the way to be. Hold out your heart, let your kindness unfold. It's the greatest commandment written in the sky. Love is the answer. You don't need to ask why. So love your neighbors, you love yourself. Put your ego on a dusty shelf. He gave us love is the perfect clue. Now it's your turn to follow through.
Wow, beautiful voice as always.
Well, I love to sing very much, and you see, these are the things that God does, so I might share with my neighbor.
Just, vibe.
My neighbor happy, yes. Mandela said about love and hate, Mandela said that hatred, it's similar. He gave a very, very good, vivid example. It's similar to you having an enemy that you hate so much that when you see them, you go and buy poison and you say, I hate him so much, and then you drink it.
Ooh. Wow.
That's what hate is actually.
Oh my goodness.
Practically, that's it.
You hate your neighbor, but then you're the one taking the poison. Wow.
So who's dying?
It's you dying. The hater is
holding
dying.
Hate. It's that thing. It kills you. That's why I think the Bible, it's about that love. love, because that's the only way you can stay alive.
Yes.
That's why reach out. Think about more than just yourself.
Yes.
Think about more than just yourself. The moment you do that, there are some people that we have at Another Chance sometimes. They come when they're depressed or anxious, like
Yes.
extra anxiety.
Yes.
They're so anxious, it's affecting them. They're starting to shake. They see shadows. They think everybody hates them. They think this. And sometimes we take them to a hospital. We go to visit. We buy maybe bread and sugar. We go and
Yes.
visit people who are ill in AA.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes,
in
yes. Cancer, maybe.
emergency, yes. So when they see people who are sick, people who are dying,
Yes.
people who have one leg, half a leg, half an arm, by the time we get out, this guy is feeling good. Not because I've seen people who are sick,
Yes.
but because
Like,
I've
why should
realized,
I
wow,
complain? Yeah.
I'm okay actually. So you see, that's the thing. The Bible says that my people perish. Can you believe this Bible? It says my people perish
For lack of
not because of Satan. No, because of
lack of wisdom.
wisdom. People
lack of
perish.
knowledge.
Yes, because they don't
Don't
know. That's what's killing, not Satan.
Not said, like,
God.
we're literally just blaming, Satan, but it's literally our ignorance.
That's killing us. And now that ignorance takes us back to one thing again.
Yes.
The mind. Because ignorance is knowing. Knowing.
moment
And
you
people don't like reading. People don't like
Yeah.
finding out. People just
not
want to chill.
curious.
Yes. And you see, chilling is killing you. It is killing you, slowly eating you. So he says, my people are dying, but not because of the devil, but because of not knowing.
Not knowing.
You will know the truth, and the truth will.
Set you. Oh my God! When you talk about that just that word alone,
The trick is knowing in your mind.
no, keep searching. Be hungry for knowledge. Look around. Read. Do research. The internet is there for all of us. The way I
Well.
can tell you how that word really resonates with me, because for me, I got to know about the word trauma. So I was just like scrolling. Obviously, my algorithms had now changed to mental health, and then I just had this thing of like trauma is when maybe you've been through maybe a certain incidents for a long time, and then this is what happens to you. I'm like, this is me. So immediately I started to look for, okay, how can I now get out of maybe freeze, flight? I hear all these emotional things. I'm like, so like there is a way that knowledge puts you in a position to actually seek for more, for help.
The moment you start to have knowledge,
It's a bulb
you
is
start to
on.
become proud. You start to become confident.
Wow.
You start to become self-sufficient. You start to become satisfied with life. You
Yes.
start to look beyond. You start to see life for what it is. Abundance.
Yes. Because you know.
Now
there's
you know.
sufficiency.
I was blind, now I
can
see. The moment you do that. But the
Wow.
trick is you have to do something about it, because these things are not going to happen for you. God created us, that's for sure. Dr. Miles talked about the two people. He read a chapter, I don't remember now. He said he read and he said, and so he created them
Female, male.
rich and poor.
Okay.
He says that when he read that, he got pissed at God. He said, okay, he created them rich and poor, and I am the poor one. What did I ever do to you? But then he
okay.
finishes the chapter. He says, but it's your, what's the word? It's your activity, it's your action, it's your decision to either be rich or poor. God is not going to create you and then make you rich. No.
He just created two contrasts. Choose your contrast.
It's up to you.
Like how when you talked about like life and death, but I tell you choose life, but wow.
You can decide to choose death.
Death. You can
It's
say,
okay.
let me choose death.
That's why he gave us free will. Actually, there is a guy who says that free will is a gift of great cultivation. Actually, it's a gift that you have to take. It is given, but you have to take
You have
it.
to take it like by
Yes.
force, or
It's up to
it
you.
can't come to you.
If you don't take it, it's yours, but it will stay right there. You have to
Until you
take it. You
pick
have to
it up.
exercise it. Yes. Until you do. But the only way to exercise it goes back to your mind. These things will happen in your mind first. in your mind
What's
first.
mind in Swahili?
I remember mind is
I need to start speaking it in Swahili.
mfude mind.
Kitwe.
Yeah, that's the head.
Wow.
The mind, somebody should search for mind in Swahili. Yes, so if people, we can begin to concentrate on our mind, it gets easier, because once you work on your mind, you start to realize the abundance that is there. Or you start to realize that not having something at this time does not mean, and you know, you don't have to have everything. You see, that's the trick. You should know these things.
Yes.
One time, I was driving my car going to Mukono. At that time, I'd just gotten out of rehab. Now, in Mukono, there is a lot of potholes.
Yes.
So we reached at some place in the road where there was a big trench to the middle of the road on one side, on the left side. I was driving on the right. Of course, yes.
What?
Welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back home. So there was a very, very big trench to the middle of the road. So I was driving on this side. I was the one driving with a few other guys, like 2 or 3 guys, my friends. Now, as we were driving, somebody was driving from the other side, on the other side. And when he saw the trench, he immediately turned to my side. So as I was coming, he comes to my side. So he parks in the middle, besides the trench where he's supposed to pass. He parks right there. When he parks, I look at him, because this is my side of the road. He was supposed to wait for me and then go. So I look at him. When I look at him, he looks at me like this.
Back
You know?
at you.
Yes. What? So I look, and when I look, immediately, first of all, I experienced the emotion of anger. I felt it rise. But guess, now I knew about emotion, so I could feel it, and then I could tell it's anger is
coming.
rising. And then I felt it, and I enjoyed it. I said, wow, listen to anger. Shut it. Anger
let me
from
do
where?
that.
No way. He stopped. He turned off his ignition. Went outside, put his head outside the window, shouted, Nino Budde. Nino Budde. Neno sina che mugambi or anything,
Well,
but he
that
knows
was
he has
the
done
test.
something wrong.
That was a test, right from rehab.
Just
That was the
like a
test.
week. So when he did that, the guys I was with in the car, they were opening to get out. I told them, no, sit back. Sit back. I reversed the car on the side.
Gave him space.
And I actually started to smile immediately.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Because I've
felt you overcame.
already had problems.
You-
I'm
you-
rehab,
you're
and
aware.
I'm going to be happy. No way. So when I did, the guy started his car. Naitao. Katabatu itako ila nobusungu, atuna nobusungu. Netutumbuka, we started laughing hysterically because it was so funny.
Yes.
And he went, and we drove, of course, and kept laughing about it the whole way. Yet, on another day,
Yes.
twali tufulumamu, baali bafulumamu, ne bamusikamu mu kamotoka ke ne bamuteeka wali, ne bakateeka eri mu bisiko, ne tuyitawo ne tugenda ne tubalekawo. N'ekisumuzo ne tusikanyuga eri nga ino kinoonya.
Like before, that's what used to
Yeah,
happen.
that's what would have done.
Oh, but now you're like, no, anger has no power over me. It's
Because-
actually safer to be happy.
It's better to be happy. Obulamu buno, you see, tusobola otuula nze naawe wano kati,
Yes.
olwaleero ku ssaawa 4 n'owulira nti Cute Kai yafunye accident, yafudde.
God forbid. Okay.
Waba ogira si yabireta. That's not how life works. I'm sure about that too, by the way. Wakamwa Katonda, but this is an expression. N'okiwulira nga kitegeeza nti this was my life. Kateeberezaamu okufa ng'obulamu bwange obusembe mbumaze enyiizi.
That
Honestly.
would be so sad.
Kubanga Ekooni agamba even the life that you have is borrowed. You're not promised tomorrow. Kakati, you better live
Enjoy
it. That's
that
God's
moment.
intention. Yes. And I think that's the other challenge. You talk about moments. Zetulina we never live in the moment. We are always living outside of life.
Moment.
And the
Looking
only
in the
thing that
future
God gave us power over
is now.
is the moment, this moment.
Wow.
We have no power over anything else. People, they worry about the past or the future. But you have no power over the future unless in the moment.
Yes.
You have no power over the past unless in the
the
moment.
moment.
Because in the moment, you can
And
create a
really
good past. In the
Absolutely.
moment, you can
Can
plan
create
a
a good
beautiful
future.
future.
Wow.
So the only power you have is in the moment,
right now.
but we always ignore the moment because we are so worried. We are resentment. We are angry. We are remembering things that were bad. We are focusing on everything that pissed us off, and then we start to create a terrible future for ourselves because what you think about. The Bible says that as a man thinks,
So he is.
this is the power of the mind. As a man thinketh, so
he is.
imagine literally ng'omusajja bw'alowooza bw'atyo bw'ali.
That's so powerful.
I know,
You've
right?
been spitting so many big things today.
But that's the truth.
Omusajja ng'omuntu alowooza bw'atyo bw'ali.
Awotasukkawo.
Walowooza muno nga Miles muno walowooza muno ndi mugagga.
Era ali
mugagga. Period.
Olw'ensonga Katonda talina gwe yatonda ava mu lubuto nakagolodike mu ngalo. Ffenna tuvaayo bukalu peke yake. Obugagga buli wano ate tewali atwala wadde ekikopo.
Okiraba?
Ekitegeeza nti ekintu ky'otwala kyokka
kiri wano.
ekyo ky'ojja nakyo. Era otema nakyo.
Nzizaawo ka video ke nalaba omukyala yali baali boogera about manifestation. Nowadays ye story eriwo. Nagamba muno, the moment you ask how can I get manifestation, you've already failed. Because it comes the moment you want. You're like, here is a book. That's it. Believe it.
Done.
The book is there.
Yes.
Even if you don't see it, the book is there.
Yes. There is a very nice chapter I love in the Bible. Another one, I think it's Matthew 19:16, where he says that I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven.
Wow.
Whatever you bind on earth, it shall be bound in heaven. Whatever you lose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Listen,
That much
I
power.
will.
That much power. Ooh.
Well, it's in the mind, basically.
The mind. Like you just have to lose something, and it's in heaven. It's already done.
So that means my job and your job in our everyday life to enjoy is to lose
And
bind. I bind poverty.
I
I lose wealth. I receive wealth.
I release.
Consecutively, keep saying it. Actually, if you go to cognitive behavior therapy,
Yes.
that is what's it called? Well, call it confession. If you
Affirmation.
if you affirm it and you affirm it again and again,
Yes,
our
yes.
mind, we have these two minds. We have the conscious and the subconscious.
Subconscious,
Now,
yes.
one is a computer, but one you have
records.
control over. Now, the one you have control over, the consciousness, when I'm conscious, I can affirm things. But when I
Yes.
affirm things, I
goes
convince
to
my
that
subconsciousness
subconscious,
that
yes.
these things are true and these things are real. And when the subconsciousness gets convinced that these things
Yes.
are real, it will
To
manifest
drive you.
them. That's what life is.
Actually, still talking about manifestation, like they always tell you that the subconsciousness is you're who you are because of your subconsciousness.
Yes.
This book, your subconsciousness, somehow, somewhere, probably you were maybe reading a book like, oh God, I would love to write a book. Subconsciously, you did not know, but it was already planned in your subconsciousness
Yes.
before even your
It
consciousness
picks it up, yes.
could pick it up.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Actually,
wow.
I think it's still Napoleon Hill who says, all of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it.
They'll admit that they are self-made because they have that subconsciousness.
They've
has
done it
pulled
already. Those that are not successful, we have a reason. If it was not for my mother and my parents, if I had chances like him, because you see, my friends did that to me. You see, if you saw me last year, I was on the right path until they have explanations. They don't want to take ownership. And you see, in rehab, when we are recovering, in the 12 steps of recovery, the first one is acceptance. Once you accept, now this is how you begin to heal. And I think that's how I began to heal. When I reached rehab, when I reached rehab, that day, after about 2 weeks, I was in and out of consciousness. So after about 2 weeks,
Yes.
I started to stabilize a little bit. When I did stabilize, I asked for a phone. I Googled my name. And now I was all over the news. Cutekai bamukute n'akatala k'emmotoka. Omuyimbi Cutekai bannange Cutekai n'akatala.
There's a way of kwogerako nyakatala. I think it's
Because Akatala is part of it.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
you
a
see,
changing place.
Akatala, it was a metanoir for me.
It became like
A
I
turning
cannot
point.
live like this.
This is not right.
It's
I
not
am
me.
done. This is not it. I remember one time I sat down and I said, I started to remember myself. I wrote about that in the book. I said, I remember when I was coming, because I used to come to town to sing every day. Nga ntambula ekiro, nga ntambuza ebigere okuva emukono mpaka e Kampala, nga ntandika otambula nga bukyali. Kati nga bwe ntuuka ku Garden City, nga nsooka nzikirira wansi mu toilet, ne neesimulako entuyo n'enfuufu, ne neetereza ntule mu corporates gye nyimbe. That's how much love I had. And here I was, nga nvuya buvuya ne ngamba kiki ekigenda maaso. This is not me. Kino si kyekyali ekigendererwa. What happened? You know? What happened? This is not me. This is not it. So, akataala ako, singa Katonda teyaka, by the way, singa Katonda teyaleta akataala ako,
there would not be transformation.
I would die. I would have died. I would have stayed in addiction. Nensigala omwo, oba nenfiira eyo lumu nga ntambula, oba nembaaki. Something would have happened. People keep dying. Ne banzita. Something. I would die. I was certainly going to die sooner or later.
But God was like, this has to be a saving point for you.
I'm saving you. Kati nakataala ako ekintu ekirala ekikalikola kuba saagala kinyumyako nnyo. Naye akataala ako bakankanyugira bukanyugizi n'enkabaka. Gwe nali naye.
It was a setup.
No, it was not a setup.
No, like I'm telling you, God's setup.
Yes. Nti. I was to jagala, because you see, if you talk about that, people start to get an excuse out of it. And I would rather, see, acceptance.
Yes, acceptance.
That is where it begins. When I was in rehab, I wanted to die. You don't know. I wanted to hang myself. I almost did. Well, but fast forward, I accepted Nengamba. Now, what do I do? Do you know what I did first? Nensaba essimu. Nentekamu ekigambo. What is addiction? Has someone ever recovered from addiction? When was the first addiction case reported? In 1916. Where? In the US, and then 2-3 years later in Russia. What happened? How did they recover? And now I started getting what are the symptoms of addictions? What do they do? How long did it take to name? Addiction. But nebifuuka normal. Addiction nefuuka normal gyendi nga tekyalina kinga. It has nothing on me. Addiction, you have nothing on me.
Wow. Obudde butuweddeko. Budde butuweddeko. Ebintu bingi. Honestly, we need like another hour. Producer. Naye nga soko yogereko n'omuntu ayinza okuba nga awulira this video today. Omuntu adealing with addiction.
Yes.
Tell them something.
Omuntu adealing with addiction right now, kyensobola okugamba ekisookera ddala bwe nali ntandika akatabo kano nagamba nti I dedicate this book to all those battling addiction and to those who stand by their side in support. Don't give up on hope. They don't give up on hope. Though the path may be hard and dark, remember this too shall. You can and you will recover. So, if you are suffering from addiction, it will pass. It does pass. It's no big deal. It's okay. Don't go hard on yourself. Tewe kubanya te, tochisusa te, towera dramatic, tochisusa. No. It's okay. Accept that obulwadde obulina. Recognize it for what it is. Just a sickness, like other sicknesses. It's no biggie. You know, you will get over it. Now, the first step is accept that you have something that you don't understand. And then the second step is recognition of a higher power. What's a higher power? It should be God as you know him. I know him as Christ, God. I don't know how you know him. It doesn't matter. Let it be Buddha if he works for you. Let Buddha help you. If it is Muhammad, let him do the work. If it's Krishna, I don't know. You need to recognize the higher power. You need help. Les Brown says, ask for help not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. People who ask for help are strong. They are intelligent and wise. That's why God created these fingers not being equal. Me and you, we can push each other in different ways. There are things I could do, things you can do. So when we merge these things, love your neighbor. That's what it is. That's what it means. Ask for help. Look for help. Don't stop. Try. Reach out to her. Reach out to me. Reach out to another chance. Reach out. Let's help you. Let's fight together. You're not alone. And it's not over until you say it's over. There is a story I would like to tell briefly. Les Brown says, one time he was going to his office in New York. Now he has a briefcase and then he has a parcel as well here. He's trying to rush to work. But as he was rushing, he finds a guy in New York. There are people who steal and polish shoes on the street. They sit down like a chair here and then they are polishing shoes fast. So as he was passing, this guy says, "Excuse me, sir." He says, "Yes, please. Your shoes look clutty and dirty. Can I please shine them?" He says, No, sorry, I'm late." He kept walking. And then as he's walking past another one, "Excuse me, sir. It says, no, I'm late." "Excuse me, sir." It says, "No, I'm late." And then as he's walking past like the edge of the street, one guy jumps in front of him and he says, "Sir." He says, "Yes, please. Today is my birthday." He says, "Oh, okay. Happy birthday to you." He says, "Yes, but on my birthday every year on my birthday, I give out one free shoe shine to one lucky customer. One free shoe shine to that lucky customer just for a blessing on my birthday. And you are that lucky customer today. Can I please shine your shoes for free on my birthday?" Wow. And he wanted to go because he's late, but he said, "Well, since it's your birthday, okay. But hurry, I'm late."
Yes.
He sat and then he shined his shoes. After shining his shoes, he asks him, "Well, you've shined them so well, they look really good. How much do you usually charge if it was not your birthday?" He says, £5. He gave him 20. He said, "Well, since it's your birthday, you can have this 20. And he starts to walk away. As he's walking away, he hears the guy telling another person, "Excuse me, sir, today is my birthday."
You're my marketing.
You see, so life is about doing something about it. Do some more. Do something about it.
Be creative.
Yes, that's what I say.
Oh my goodness.
Please, yes, look for the book. Find the book. It's on Amazon. It's live. Surviving Addiction. I don't know. To be honest, people don't know, but this book, well, it's up to them. It's their loss.
I think schools, obviously rehabilitation centers.
That would be.
They should be getting this book. I cannot say that I've read it, but I am going to read it. That is a promise that I've made to myself. But we are coming, as I'm holding it, we are coming to the end of today's episode. And thank you so much for being around today. I have had an amazing time. Let us end today's segment with a beautiful song from yours and only, Cute Kaye.
Kubakaza banji munsi n'olonda mu wange nze njimaze emikwano jinkese ono yasembye wadamaka gatute koyagaye agatalina bwesigwa nze njimaze emikwano jinkese ono yasembye wadamaka gatute ngoyagaye agatalina bwesigwa.
Woo!